Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It is Tuesday, June 20th, and we are here answering financial questions, life questions, anything that's going on that has some sort of impact on your money. And if that means that you're thinking about retirement, great, give us a holler. If that means you're thinking about how you're going to finance your kids' college education or your own education, that's great too. But maybe it's a larger issue. Maybe it's that you're really dissatisfied with the life you've built and you really want to reset it. Well, if that's you, then you got to do two things. The first thing you do is you go to the website, jillonmoney.com. You know, that's easy. But on the website, there's two ways to sort of attack this problem of thinking about your life differently. One is that you can buy my book, The Great Money Reset. And this book, which the subtitle is Change Your Work, Change Your Wealth, Change Your Life, is really about people trying to figure out how to get to a different place in their lives. And, you know, if they're going to do that, how not to blow up their financials on the way to get there. So the book is available wherever you buy books, or we have links on our website. The other thing you can do is you can just get in touch with us by clicking the Contact Us button. And that button is right at the top of the page. It's on every page of the website. You know, what's so cool about that is Mark gets the email. And sometimes if you guys don't feel like you want to come on the program, we do email episodes. And other times you come on live with us by simply checking the box. So that is what Ed and Gladys did. Mark, you know I love when we have a couple on because it's so, you get a fuller story. So Ed and Gladys are on the line and tell us what brings you to our show. So welcome, and why are you here?
Okay, well, Gladys is retired already, and I'm looking at retirement towards the end of the year. And we wanted to see if everything is good and if we should be doing something different, you know, with our money that we have.
So, Gladys, what did you do for a living from which you are retired now?
I worked for CUNY.
So you worked for the city of New York in the university system. Does that mean that you receive a pension right now, Gladys?
Yes, I do.
How much is that pension?
$6,000 a year.
$6,000 a year? That's it. That's a teeny tiny amount.
Nah, well, I only put in the minimum requirement.
She only did like 10 years there.
I see. I thought you were about to say $6,000 a month, and I was getting excited.
No.
I think you would be excited too about that.
That's true.
So why don't you tell me, Ed, what is the amount of money that is in Gladys's retirement account?
Okay, she's got $56,000 with one employer that she had, MetLife, and that's in stocks. And she's got $74,000 with another one that she was with. That's what she has in her 401k.
So there's two separate 401k accounts. One's 56, one's 74, right?
Right.
Okay.
And Roth IRA, both of us have $166,000 in Roth IRA with Vanguard, $44,000 in a high yield CD.
The high yield savings is like your emergency reserve fund?
That's Roth IRA also.
Okay. So when you said 166,000, did that include the 44 or not?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. What else we got going on here? Tell me more.
All right. I'm still working, but I'm retired also from federal government, and I get a pension. My pension is $40,000 a year.
Good.
And with that, I'm in the TSP. I have $376,000 there, 40% in the C fund, and the other 60% isn't stable. My current employer, I have $300,000 in a target fund and $50,000 in a Roth part of that.
So the 300 in the target fund is traditional, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ed, how much are you earning right now?
$86,000.
Do you have another account, like a brokerage account between the two of you, or is what you just gave me everything you have?
No. We have a brokerage account that's $376,000 in stocks.
And so in addition to that brokerage account, do you guys also have an emergency reserve, a bank account, like a slush fund outside of retirement, outside of investing?
Yeah, we do have that, and I don't know how this really got to where it is, but I'm going to give it to you. We have 174,000 in high interest savings account,
Mm-hmm.
and we have 210,000 in high yield CD, and 9,000 in a checking account.
Okay, so here's my next question for you guys. Because you have income, right? You have your earnings from work, Ed. You also have your federal government pension. We have Gladys's pension. And you look at all that money coming in. Do you have a sense of how much money you need to actually live your lives? Like your monthly income need?
Oh, Jill, one other thing I didn't give you.
Mm-hmm.
Gladys has been collecting her Social Security, and that's 18,000 a year.
Gladys, how old are you?
68.
Okay. And Ed, how old are you?
67.
So you got a lot of income. But what do you think the need is?
Well, the last 2.5 years, I've been tracking our spending, and it's at about $4,000 a month. But I would really rather say 5,000.
Okay. When you retire at the end of this year, Ed, what is your intention? Is it to claim Social Security or do you plan to wait?
I was planning on waiting because I get a pension from the federal government. I think it's going to affect my Social Security.
You're going to have an offset of some sort.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And I looked at that. At 70, it says I'll be entitled to 2,200.
With the offset?
No,
Okay.
without the offset. So
Okay. It's still going to be something. So just when you tell me these numbers, I know this is not an exact science, but the 40 grand from the federal government, that has COLA, has cost of living adjustments. So we know that will go up with the rate of inflation, which is great. Gladys's Social Security, same thing, has a COLA, which is great. So here's what we now know, which is great. You have $64,000 a year that is coming in gross, right? You get taxed on it, right? 64,000 essentially, kind of covers most of your needs. Now, let's say that you got to pay tax on it because, you're married and you're good people and you're in a tax bracket, you pay your 12% tax bracket. But let's say we needed to grab, I don't know, $1,000 a month, $1,500. We want you to be able to not worry. You pay your taxes and you have the net of $5,000 a month. You have it. There's no problem. This is like a great situation because it doesn't sound like you guys made millions of dollars a year ever, but
Right.
you sure have squirreled away a lot of money, which is fantastic.
Thank you.
If I ask you the dumb question, you have to give me just your visceral answer. What's the problem here? Why contact us? You know you're in good shape. What's going on?
I wanted somebody else to put their eyes on it and see what they think.
I think you're in great shape. I really do. Now, there's a few little things that I would take a look at. So, you have the thrift savings plan, right? And you also have Gladys's 2 old 401ks. Now, what I think I would try to do is I probably would start to take whatever the cash needs are every year. So let's say that you needed some money before your Social Security kicks in, or you want to go on a big trip or something like that. What I would encourage you guys to do is to take money out of your retirement accounts and just make sure you have total income of less than, let's call it $89,000. That will keep you in the 12% tax bracket. So if you have $64,000 right now in income, 40, 18, 6. This is, again, we're pretending it's next year, right? Now
Right.
you no longer have your $86,000 a year of income. So now what I would encourage you guys to do is take 20 grand a year out of, I'm going to start with Gladys's retirement account. And there's a very specific reason why. I have a sense that those old retirement accounts, one you said was at MetLife. Where was the $74,000 one?
BlackRock funds.
All right. So I would look at that MetLife one and start pulling money out of that and just get the money out of there over the next few years. 20 grand a year. Again, you want to keep your total income under 89,000. You're going to stay in the 12% tax bracket. The reason why I think this is important is, first of all, right now you're in the 22% highest bracket. So we're now going to pay taxes at the 12% bracket for you, which is great. When you need money, you may be saying to yourself, oh, I'm just going to use my cash account. I wouldn't mind it if you could sort of dribble money out of your retirement accounts, because you are going to be forced to take that money out. And when you are 75 years old, because of required minimum distributions. I don't know where tax rates are going to be. You might find yourself that today's dollars, you would be actually paying taxes at a lower level. In fact, there could be a case for you guys to convert some of your money to Roth. So let me ask a couple of questions first. Do you guys have grown kids?
Yeah.
Yes.
How old are they?
Oh, they're all launched.
Like in their 40s or 30s?
Yes, in their 40s.
40s.
Do they make a lot of money?
They do well.
Okay, here's why I'm asking that. You know, you have more money than you need. You're not going to outlive your money. Your money will outlive you. There is some argument for you guys to convert, to not just pull money out of these accounts, but to convert them to Roth accounts and have you pay the tax at, say, the 22% bracket. You won't be able to stay in 12 if you do this. The bet would be that 22% bracket for you guys will be lower than whatever your kids would have to be paying in their future when they inherit assets.
We did convert some money to Roth, some of Gladys's. But it was only $15,000 this past year. So we are a little comfortable doing that.
I think that it would be nice to clean up some of these accounts, because obviously having the money in, say, that Roth Vanguard account is probably going to be cheaper and more efficient than keeping it in a MetLife old 401k. Okay. I would look at maybe, before your age 73-ish, that you would be focused on converting Gladys's and get that done and have all that money come pouring out, convert it. But again, stay in the 22% bracket if you're going to do this. 22% would mean that you could have income of up to $190,000 this year. In your case, interestingly, you already have a lot of cash. You've heard me probably talk on the show when I say don't do a conversion later in life, because I don't want you to soak up the liquid asset that you've accumulated, but you have so much money in cash. I'm thinking you guys doing the $5,000 a month is perfect. But if you decided that you wanted to splurge and have an extra like 10 in a given year, that's not going to hurt you. You're going to be fine.
Great.
Okay. Now, a couple last questions. You guys own your own place?
Yes. Yeah.
How much would you say it's worth?
At least 1.1.
And mortgage or no mortgage?
No mortgage.
No, of course not. Now, you sound like New Yorkers, and you did work for CUNY. We didn't say where you were from. So where do you live?
Queens.
Queens,
the most diverse borough, Mark.
Absolutely.
How long have you lived in Queens?
Pretty much
since 1983. We moved from Brooklyn to Queens.
Isn't that amazing?
It's great. We really love where we live.
I'm so happy. That's wonderful. You guys are in great shape. Spend a little money, convert some of this money, and you've got your estate documents done?
Yes.
Perfect.
I do.
You're in great shape.
Great, Jill. Thank you a lot. Mark, thank you a lot.
Thank you, guys. We wish you the best of luck. If you are like Ed and Gladys and you need a little bit of a heat check, a check on what your game plan is and how it's working, just give us a holler. Go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, and please leave us a rating and review on Apple and lift someone up. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.